So what's up, everybody? Getting back into these videos, and we got a little bit of an aged soul or pale vanilla on the Air Force One. We got the stars on the paper, of course. We got the black box, which means it's a premium shoe. Premium means that the price has been elevated. You can see why, because whenever you get the jewel swoosh, even though this jewel swoosh is not shiny like other ones, it's pale, exactly the way it sounds, pale vanilla. But you do have a QC stamp on the inside of here, so I'm immediately going to go to this QC stamp. And I do want to get to the close-up because this shoe has Nike Air on the heel, and you got a little bit of that distressed cracked leather look that's on the heel tab here and going down the back of it. So you need to see that in the close-up. The leather here, yeah, it's okay around the side. You know, it's not that great. It still feels like a PU. You do have a little swoosh here that's embroidered at the toe. It's a good looking shoe. It's a good looking shoe. It looks fairly basic. It looks like an older version that's yellowed out. All right, QC stamp, 24, 12, 21. That's 10, 0, and there's something at the end, but I only care about that 12, 24, 21. 12, 24, 21. On that, I'm going to turn this, and I'm going to go to the tag on the inside. The dates of production, 08, 18, 21, 12, 20, 21. Perfect. The small code is IY, which is made in Indonesia. So that's a good thing. We got that straight. This feels a little bit more like that terry cloth kind of lining on the inside of the shoe. It's a super sturdy, strong Air Force One. But as far as the leather and comparing it, the leather here is a lot thicker than it is on just the basic Air Force One. This is a $130 version of the Air Force One because of the jeweled swoosh, which is not like some jewel swooshes you get like that pop of red and it's glossy. This thing is just like a flat pale. In the midsole, same thing. So I got to get to the close-up because I want you to see that heel tab where it's embroidered. The Nike Air is embroidered. But let me get to the box. Air Force One 07LX, 130 bucks. Style code DC8894-100. The color is white, pale vanilla. So pale vanilla, I was exactly right about it. I knew that. But let's get to the close-up so we can get this out of the way so you can see everything that you need to see on this shoe to make a decision if you want to buy it or not. I know Nike loves to make these premium versions of the classic Air Force One because they push that price up to $130, and you're paying more for what's in essence a yellowed sole on a classic Air Force One construction. The leather here, touch test, it's a bit more premium. You can see some of it flexing underneath, but it's still not that great of a leather. It's a bit more improved. You have that jeweled swoosh. Let's look at the medial. But what I want to do is come back to the heel because that's where Nike seems to be playing around with the aged look on their shoes. You can see that cracked leather. Let me slide that backwards so you can see that. I don't want it to go out of focus, and it's not. But you can see the cracked leather. Now, on the Chicago that's releasing this fall, you got the same concept on the leather for the Chicago. So it's like Nike is preparing us for what's to come this fall in the Jordan lineup. But, oh, real quick, I want you to see the top of it because of that pale vanilla Nike Air. And then on the inside, you got that classic Nike box logo, which is that bright orange Nike swoosh, right? Real quick, the embroidered logos at the toe where you would have a Dubré, you have the embroidered logo, and it's embroidered at the heel. And this shoe hasn't even been worn. It feels like it's creased already, you know, but that's just the shape of the shoe and the heel counter that's on the inside that gives it the structure at the back. But that's it. Let's wrap that up. Oh, if you're looking for like knockoffs, man, and you're trying to make sure something's not a knockoff, a lot of the times the stars on the knockoffs, they're a lot smoother. They're not as pronounced. So that's something that you can look for, but it's not consistent. So don't, quote me on that. But it is one thing that you can look for on your shoes if the shoes are kind of iffy. But that's it for this pale vanilla jewel swoosh Air Force One LX 130. Nice little bump up, but it's a sturdy joint, man. Can't complain, I guess. See you on the next one. Peace.